An interesting problem, free will and determinism. It's a problem of metaphysics about the way the world is. And the question is, what is the answer? What's the answer to the question, do we have free will? And philosophers have proposed three different answers. That is, the one thing you're going to see about philosophy is there is not generally a general agreement about what the answer to the problem is. But different people do have different views, and they try to justify, explain, rationalize, give good reasons for holding the position. And the question, do we have free will? Well, there are people who say no, and these people are called determinists. The idea is everything that happens is determined, and that's why we don't have free will. So somebody who's a determinist says every event has a cause, and therefore we do not have free will. So think about it. What is that person going to say about our three statements? Because that's one way of determining which of these three statements is the problem. So I'll leave you thinking about that for a second. If you go to the worksheet and think about our three statements: people have free will, every event has a cause, and 1 and 2 can't both be true. Which one do you think the determinist says has to be rejected? I'll come back to that in a second. So that's one position philosophers have taken to answer this question. Another position is called the libertarian position, and there's also a libertarian position in political philosophy. We've heard a lot about it lately. There was a candidate for president in the last election, Ron Paul, who was a political libertarian, but that's a different kind of libertarian. A libertarian with respect to the metaphysical problem of freedom and determinism is somebody who thinks that we definitely have free will. That's where the libertarian comes from: liberty, freedom, free will. We're not talking about politically, we're talking about metaphysically, that we have certain capabilities. So a libertarian says, well, we have free will, and because we have free will, therefore our actions aren't caused. So not every event has a cause. But he still says that the two, free will and determinism, every event has a cause, are incompatible. So that's the second position people have adopted with regard to this problem. And the final position, well, notice we had three statements. One person rejects one person rejects another, so there must be a position that people have held that rejects the third statement, the incompatibility statement. So there's a view that's called compatibilism, or some kinds called soft determinism. And this position, somebody who holds this position claims that every event does have a cause, including our actions. But at least some of our actions are free. And in order to defend compatibilism, somebody has to explain how, even though our actions are caused and we can't do otherwise, somehow we manage to act freely. Now the question is, which is the right position? And I guess it depends who you talk to, but people have given reasons for holding all of these, and during the course of this semester we will examine the views of some philosophers who have held each and every one of these positions.